Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we are going to try more UK snacks.
We're back in the UK and we're so excited to be able to eat a bunch of the amazing snacks the UK has to offer. After our last UK snack video, we had a bunch of people in the comments suggesting different things, so we tried to get as many as possible. We couldn't get them all, and we also got a few other things. And since it's Easter, we're gonna have a couple of Easter snacks. So let's eat. We are going to start with some tea again. We have a crazy flavor. It's biscuit tea. Last time we had jam and toast tea, and people in the comments were kind of losing their mind because they said it was an abomination when it comes to tea. Everyone said to try the regular Yorkshire tea brand, which we have tried in the past. At the time, we didn't actually like the jam and toast tea because we didn't drink it with milk and all that stuff, but afterwards we discovered that milk and sugar and everything in tea is amazing. And once we added that, it actually tasted like jam and toast tea. And it was not a fruit tea, by the way. A lot of people thought it was a fruit tea. It was a black tea, but with jam flavor. And we polished the whole packet, and now I'm obsessed. So with this one, we added evaporated milk and sugar, because that's actually how I like to drink my tea now. I don't know if anyone does that in the UK. I know it's probably quite bad. Let's try it. It smells like biscuits too. It's delicious. It does taste like biscuits. I love these teas because they remind me of the tea you drink in Asia, in Singapore or Malaysia. They always add condensed milk or I think evaporated milk and stuff like that. And basically it's like bubble tea. And we're gonna try the tea with some biscuit. We have Jammie Dodgers here. I think a few people told us to try these because these are very, very common in the UK. I feel like they taste similar to biscuits we have in Germany. It's not a sandwich in Germany. It's usually like a biscuit with some jam on top. Let's try them with the tea. That makes them better. Everyone was saying to dip biscuits in tea and the chocolate will melt and all the stuff. Here it's obviously jam, and I didn't really believe how good it could be. But it is actually amazing.
I wouldn't say this tastes that much like biscuits. Not like the other one tasted like jam and tea. That one was much stronger of a flavor, I think. I'm gonna try it with one of these Jammie Dodgers. I kind of grew up with these as well, but they went by a different name in Canada. I'm not sure exactly what, but they look very similar to what I grew up with. Yeah, for me, even though I'm not British, this is a very nostalgic taste. It tastes exactly how I remember having these as a kid. Raspberry jam, kind of a shortbready, kind of vanilla cookie. Pretty good. We also have these McVitie's Digestives. And again, I also grew up with Digestives, but they were called Family Digestive in Canada. I didn't know that they were a UK thing at all, but they look very similar. I think Anja got the caramel version though, and I don't remember having those growing up. I guess we'll try it straight up. Whoa. Look at that. There's some serious caramel in there. Perfect combination. In the last video, we tried sticky toffee pudding hobnobs, and honestly, I think those were a little bit better because they were very sweet. These are delicious too, and a great accompaniment to this tea. Both of these together, really, really good start.
I actually used to eat these when I lived in Scotland, but I have to say, I'm team hobnobs now too. They're so good. Now we have these Mr Kipling mini Battenberg cakes. I actually saw these in a video where Adele tried a bunch of UK classics or something like that. And I was like, okay, I need to have these. And I couldn't find them anywhere, but then eventually I found them. And I think this has marzipan on the outside, which I love. And I guess there's sugar. And I think this cake is quite old in the UK. It was first invented in 1884. So let's see. It's delicious. It doesn't really taste like something that I would expect in the UK because I didn't think British people like marzipan that much. This is something I feel like you would find in Germany because a lot of Germans like marzipan. I don't think Brandon's gonna like this.
Probably not.
But it's so good.
Too marzipan-y. So this next dessert is something that we needed to try here in the UK because, of course, I've heard about the name multiple times, but I don't think either of us have ever had it. And that would be spotted dick. Yes, spotted dick. Now, I don't even really know where the name came from. It was a bit confusing. It's also known as spotted dog or railway cake, I think. Somebody in the comments will have to let us know where the dick part comes in. And I guess it's some sort of spongy cake with raisins inside, and you're meant to top it with custard, so that is exactly what we did. So we decided to top it with this delicious looking Devon custard. Well, let's try this out. On its own, it looks like it would be a little bit dry, but with the custard and these raisins inside, I think it's gonna be good. I guess I like dick. Just kidding. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. It's basically just like a sweet cake with raisins inside, and of course with the custard cream on top, just gives it this nice silky smooth vanilla sweet taste. I don't know, this is really good. Bought a dick. I guess you should try it when you come to the UK.
We obviously got a microwave version by the home of steamed pads. I think this one didn't get great reviews, and I'm sure if you get it in some pub or your grandma makes it, it'll be way better.
You can get better dick from your grandma.
And this one actually says it's made in New Zealand for whatever reason. It's kind of weird. Let's try. I've never had this before. And I think in that video that I saw, Adele also tried this. So I want to try it too. Yeah, it just tastes like a really nice fruitcake. I don't think it's bad. I wonder what the versions are that you get like homemade. I do think the sticky toffee pudding is better though. So this is probably not my favorite UK dessert or cake or pudding, but still pretty good, especially for like a fruit cake. We're now moving on to the next category, which is crisps. And we have one of the probably most popular brands, I suppose, in the UK here, which is, how do you say it, Tyrell's?
Tyrell's?
I don't know.
Let us know in the comments.
I've never seen this flavor before, and this one is tomato and chili chutney. Saw it at the store and we couldn't say no. It smells delicious.
Look at that crunch.
These are good. I feel like this type of crisp is the best chip, crisp, whatever, out there. And the flavor is a bit sweet. It's almost like sweet and sour sauce or something with tomato. I don't know. It's not really spicy, maybe a tiny bit. It's yummy. Best chip ever. Best crisp ever.
How dare you? As Anja said, these hand-cooked style crisps are absolutely amazing. Definitely our favorite. We've had a couple different varieties of this before, but definitely not this flavor. Yeah, that is totally unique. Unlike any crisp flavor I've ever had before, really. I really like this one. Pretty good. Now, this is another crisp flavor that I feel like is pretty unique to the UK. Definitely do not have this in Canada. So this is prawn cocktail. We've also had many people recommend this flavor of crisp as well. There's also apparently a Quaker's version of this, but we decided to just go with the traditional Walker's crisps. I wouldn't say that it smells prawny or anything like that, but let's see. Whoa. Definitely not what I was expecting. There's like, I don't know, like a sharp hint of like vinegar. I guess it's more meant to be like the flavor of the prawn cocktail dipping sauce that you would get. It definitely does not have any sort of fishiness or shrimpiness to the chip crisp itself. But yeah, these are pretty good. I would actually get these again.
I'm not sure. I don't really like vinegary crisps that much. Yeah, it's very sour. It tastes like mayonnaise, like sour mayonnaise. No, isn't that what prawn cocktail is like that dip? Isn't that mayonnaise based?
Not in Canada.
Oh. What is prawn cocktail? I don't know. That's what it tastes like to me.
I mean, you know, cocktail sauce, like you get the shrimp on like a martini glass with like around the ring of a martini glass with this red sauce on the inside.
I thought it was like a pink mayonnaise type of sauce.
Maybe it is here, I don't know.
You're right, but I like less vinegar. People have told us to try Wotsits, which I don't know, I don't think I've ever had. And they say they're really cheesy. And I think they're just cheese puffs. They smell very cheesy. They're very soft. They almost like disappear in your mouth. Pretty good, but I wish they were more cheesy. It's kind of a bit like the Quavers we had in the other video. I feel like they're not cheesy enough.
The smell is stronger.
I want more cheese and more feediness.
So this is another snack that we also have in Canada. Of course, they're not called Wotsits, but we have something very similar called Cheesies. So it's just this puffed corn kind of snack with cheese on it. So I'm assuming this is gonna be the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, except maybe a little bit softer and not as cheesy as the ones that you get in Canada. So I prefer the Canadian version, but these are also pretty good. So this is one item that I was extremely excited for because I've actually had this before, and it is one of my favorite crisps or chips or whatever in general, because it is a pickled onion flavor, which is definitely up my alley. A lot of people actually recommended we try this as well on camera, even though we've had it before. I've actually tried all three flavors, the Flamin' Hot, the roast beef, and this one, but this one is by far the best. Whoa. They have such a good crunch, and that pickled vinegary taste is absolutely amazing. I guess the closest thing I can compare it to in Canada would be dill pickle chips. We don't really have anything else comparable to this in Canada, but I absolutely love this. 10 out of 10 snack for me.
These are also too vinegary for me, usually. So they haven't been my favorite. I have tried the normal version before. Let's see. I do like pickled onions though. So sour.
Yeah, that's why they're good.
I'm sorry, like I'm sure the whole UK loves these. Not my thing. We have another flavor of Monster Munch here, which is beef. Maybe I'm gonna like those a little bit better. Let's see. I don't know if they smell like beef. They kind of taste like a beef soup. Like beef stock. But okay. Still not my favorite chips. Crisps. I prefer the Tyrells or Tyrells.
As Anja mentioned, we also get the roast beef. I think out of the three flavors, this is maybe my least favorite. To be honest, I think I've only had this flavor one time, and if I had to choose between all three, I would definitely choose my pickled onion, but actually this is better than I remember, so not bad. Now this was another item that was probably one of the most popular crisp recommendations out of all the comments. I've also seen people like Beard Meats Food and other YouTubers eat this as well, and I've always wanted to try them. So this is Walker's Thai Sweet Chili Sensations. So I guess that's a different kind of Walker's brand, the Sensations version. Ooh, that smells really good. I love sweet chili, so I can imagine that I'm gonna love these. Those are really good. They have, as you can hear, a very nice crunch as well. That actually do have a little bit of heat, surprisingly. As the name suggests, they're a little bit sweet as well. Yeah, these are really, really good. Probably one of the better ones that we've tried so far.
They actually smell like a Thai dish or something. And I really loved it. They're so thick. They're spicy.
Why is it spicy?
They have really good taste. It tastes like really peppery and like some Asian dish. So I like that, but too spicy.
So in our first video, we tried Branston Small Chunk Pickle, and we absolutely loved it, although everybody thought we were absolutely psychotic because we put only the Branston itself on a piece of bread with pretty much nothing else, and everybody said, what are you doing? You need to eat it with cheese, you need to have butter, you need to do all these things. And so this time, we got another Branston product, and this is Piccalilli. So this was another thing that was definitely very popular in the suggestions in the comment section. So we decided we need to try this. Now, again, I have no idea how much we're supposed to put on this. I'm sure everybody's gonna say, what are you doing, you absolute psycho? You put on way too much. But I love strong flavors. We also got this nice English cheese to put on it with some butter and some Warburton's white bread. Looks delicious. So chunky. Definitely a very strong mustardy, vinegary kind of taste. I think this has what? Gherkins, 2 different types of onions, cauliflower, and this is very chunky. Like, I'm surprised at how chunky it is. This does not spread easily, but it's very, very good. And yes, this addition of cheese makes it even nicer.
It has like this vinegar kick afterwards. At first I was gonna say, this doesn't taste as strong as the other one. And I was like, oh, Brandon clearly exaggerated. But yeah, very vinegary. In this case, I don't mind the vinegar taste. I just don't like it on crisps and stuff like that. I don't know. It's pretty good, but I think the original, or we get the small chunk one, is better.
I want to try more Branston stuff.
I'm gonna try everything Branston. Last time it took like a week and the jar was empty. Now we're gonna have a few sweet items, and we're gonna start with a Cadbury Picnic bar. I don't think I've ever had that, and it looks like it has raisins, peanuts, and caramel. I don't know. It looks a little bit like a turd. It's good. It reminds me of a Lion bar.
Really?
A little bit, but it doesn't have the wafer. I think there's a wafer inside. It has these like little crispy things, and then has some raisins. I'll get it again.
So based on these ingredients, it looks like a fruit and nut bar. I think that's probably a UK thing, but we definitely have it in Canada. And even though it seems like more of a grandma kind of chocolate bar, I really like them. So I'm excited to try this. This is delicious. Reminds me a bit of an O. Henry bar in Canada, which is like this chocolate bar that's covered in nuts and it has this caramel filling inside, much like this, but it does not have raisins. This has more of those Rice Krispie kind of things inside. Yeah, this is amazing. I still think maybe the Double Decker is my favorite UK chocolate bar, but this is actually pretty good too.
Better.
Really? I don't know, they're both awesome. I'm surprised. Not bad, UK, not bad. So now we are going to try another sweet. We didn't really try too many gummy candies on our first go around, so we wanted to make sure at least we had another one this time. Maynard's is obviously a very famous brand in the UK, and I absolutely love pretty much everything they make, so I imagine these are going to be good. But Anja, in her memory, says that she doesn't really like these. They smell really, really good though, and the packaging is really cute. These little jelly babies. I don't know if these are their names. Brilliant, Boofles, Bubbles, Baby Bonnie, and Big Heart. I don't know. They're very strange looking. They come with this little powder all over it. I don't know what it is. Maybe the babies are doing cocaine in the bag. No, just kidding. I don't know what this white powdery substance is, but
stuff that you know a newborn has.
like baby powder. Do you just put baby powder all over
them?
Maybe that's what it is.
The goo.
What? Ew. The white baby goo? I don't care. Anyways, enough of this. Anja thinks that they're covered in baby afterbirth, so that makes it even more appetizing. So I guess I'm assuming these are a bunch of different flavors. I have a green one. Let's try it. These aren't bad at all. They just taste like any kind of gummy candy. They're not as chewy as some other gummy candies though. I thought they were going to be more like a jelly bean, but they're not really. There's some weird bastardized version between all these sorts of gummies I've had, but I still don't understand the powder. It's not like powdered sugar, so I don't know. Let us know in the comments. What is this powder that's covering these? Now you have to try them and see if you actually don't like them, but I think they're pretty good. And they smell delicious.
The last time I tried these was probably 15 years ago or 14 years ago. I have no idea what these taste like anymore. I just know that I didn't really like them. Maybe my taste buds changed. I don't like the outside. Like, why is it hard? No, I'm glad you like them.
Yeah, that's your positive note.
Yeah, they're yours. I think a couple of viewers said we should try Chewits, which I don't think I've ever had either. It's a strawberry flavored. I don't know if there's other flavors. And they kind of just look like Starburst. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like that. Even the shape is the same. They're really hard.
That's why they're called Chewits.
Maybe you have to like suck them first.
They're hard, so you have to suck them?
They're very chewy, so the name makes sense. No, they're good. They're very sweet and sour, I feel like. But they're not much different than Starburst, I would say. I guess they're more chewy, but that's basically the same idea. Good. We'll also get these again.
So now I'm going to try the Chewit. We are also trying to find York Fruits, which was another sweet that somebody suggested, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so oh well. But we did find these. Okay. I guess that's why they're called Chewits. Yeah, these are definitely a jaw workout, but these are really delicious. I've had things like this before, as Anja said. Maybe not the most inventive or crazy or different sweet that we've had before, but these are definitely my kind of thing. I do wish that there was different flavors though, or that they were mixed. That would be maybe better. But yeah, still really good.
Since it's Easter, we had to get some Easter snacks. So we got Hot Cross Buns, and I think I've had them in the past, but this time we got caramelized biscuit flavor, which is way more exotic than the normal ones. I think the normal ones have raisins though. I don't think this one does. And we put some butter on top, and I read you can also put jam on top, but we just went classic with butter. That's so good with the butter, but I think we also got really good butter. It's delicious. And it kind of reminds me of the Spotted Dick in a way, because it kind of tastes cinnamony and quite, I don't know, chewy. We did toast it though. I'm curious to know what kind most British people eat. Do you normally eat the normal ones or Do you go with any of those flavors that are out there, like this one? Or we saw orange and I don't know, a bunch of other ones. I kind of feel like people are gonna say, you should have tried the regular ones, because the regular ones are always better. But we like more interesting things.
I've actually had hot cross buns before, but I wouldn't say there's something that's particularly popular in Canada. But I did grow up with that nursery rhyme, hot cross buns. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. That one? I don't know. Maybe you don't know that one. I'm sure the UK, they probably know that one too. But as Anja said, there was a bunch of different types of flavors, but we wanted to get something that was a little bit more unusual because we've both had the normal thing, I think. It kind of reminds me of a cinnamon raisin bagel or something like that. I do think that if it had more butter, clotted cream, jam, something else to go with it, it would be better, but even the regular version, toasted, it's pretty good. We are now finally onto the last snack of our UK Snacks Part 2 video. This one here is a Cadbury Creme Egg Cake. Now, is it even Easter if you didn't get a Cadbury Creme Egg? I actually grew up with Cadbury Creme Eggs. I know they are a UK thing, but it was definitely something that we would always get when we were children. We had little Easter egg hunts when we were young. So it's a familiar and delicious taste to me. I love them. I'm not sure if this is going to be too sweet or not, but we'll give it a go. Oh, yum. So in America and in Canada, you have like Hostess kind of treats, like Twinkie, those kind of brands. And it's like that. It's like this soft, fluffy chocolate cake, and the inside is filled with that Cadbury cream egg goo. It is pretty friggin' sweet, so I don't even know if I'd want to eat a whole one to myself, but absolutely delicious. They also had some other mini egg versions and some other Cadbury Easter snacks to try out, but we just stuck with this one. But yeah, pretty good choice.
Not to be a Debbie Downer again, but I didn't really like Cadbury cream eggs in the past, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this, but maybe it's gonna be better in this cake version. Hope so. It's a bit dry, no? I didn't get much of the egg part, so far it wasn't that bad. The chocolate is okay, the cake's good. It's okay. It's better than the cream eggs, because I don't really like the filling of those. So this is better. If you don't like the cream eggs, get those cakes, and then maybe one day you'll like the eggs.
So that is it for our UK Snacks video part 2. We had an absolute blast trying all these different things, but I'm sure that we probably missed some of your favorites. So if we did, let us know in the comments. That is not it for our UK series. We actually have a ton of videos coming up in the future, including another snack video where we try all things Marmite. But for now, that is it. So please, if you like this video, give it a like, write us a comment, and by far the most important thing is to subscribe. That is it for now, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye.